Welcome to another edition of Self-Defense Across America.
New details tonight about a local woman who police say shot and killed a man who broke into her home in the middle of the night. KDKA's Jennifer Barrasso spoke with that woman and the Beaver County District Attorney about whether she could face charges.
The door to her basement opened, and there stands this guy who she had no idea who she was or who he was, and she ended up shooting him 3 times and killing him.
Beaver County District Attorney Nate Bible describing the terrifying moments inside this home on 10th Avenue in Beaver Falls. The homeowner, too shaken and scared to talk on camera, showed us the tiny basement window a man busted open and crawled through. Armed with her 9mm, the woman woke up to noises, went downstairs and came face to face with a stranger. She pulled the trigger 3 times, killing him. Did she do the right thing?
I think so. I mean, in that situation, well, from a legal standpoint, yes, she did nothing wrong.
Pennsylvania follows the castle doctrine, which means a person's home can be defended by deadly force to protect against an intruder. Beaver Falls police and county detectives are investigating, but Bible says he doesn't believe they'll request criminal charges.
Someone enters your house, they're making that conscious decision that they're there to steal from you or hurt you in other ways, and you have that right to protect yourself with deadly force.
Neighbor Julian Jackson feels for his neighbor.
I know no one wants to be in a position where you have to take someone else's life. That's got to be the hardest thing in the world. You have to live with that the rest of your life.
I asked DA Bible what people should do to protect themselves if they don't have a gun.
There are classes to learn, self-defense, like I said, get a big dog to help you. But, and I guess outside of even having a firearm, I mean, anything can be used as a weapon.
In Montgomery County, new developments in a violent burglary in Aspen Hill this morning. That's what officials are telling us, and authorities say no one was hurt, but the violent attack nearly took a life. Christian Pena covers that area for us, and he joins us from Pepper Tree Farm Apartments with more.
No serious injuries, but residents are telling me they are distraught. The victim himself tells me he's lucky to be alive. I left the night before 8 or 9 o'clock to go buy auto parts, says James, and then came back today just to see my home invaded. Around 3 o'clock Thursday morning, Montgomery County police say 2 burglars broke into the apartment of Matthew James on the 3200 block of Weeping Willow Court. James says the unidentified men tried to steal his computers and music equipment. James says, I asked him what's happening. I'll help you. Just tell me why you're here. That's when one of the suspects then attacked and choked him. Shortly after, James shot at one of the suspects out of self-defense. I've always had tough jobs and I work really hard for what I have, says James. It was never my intention to try to kill, but what they did was not okay. The bullet did not hit the robber, but did hit plumbing he shares with his neighbor. His apartment is nearly destroyed. You have to be alert at all times, James says. Unfortunately, I don't think this is the last time something like this will happen. Police are still searching for the second suspect. If you have any information relating to this case, call 911. Reporting out of Montgomery County in Aspen Hill, I'm Christian Pena, DC News Now.
With breaking news. We'll get to those stories in just a moment, but first we have some breaking news for you. Right now, Jackson police say a man trying to enter a house was shot by the homeowner in North Jackson. It happened on South Brook Drive, which is a short distance off Old Canton Road. Captain Timothy Hudson says a man with a possible medical issue tried to get inside the wrong home. He was shot. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The homeowner has been questioned by police.
We want to bring you an update now on a shooting we brought you as breaking news this morning. Police say a homeowner shot a man as that man allegedly tried to get in his home through a window. This home here is on Shreve Lane. Police say the victim and his family woke up to the sound of banging on the front door and windows. The homeowner grabbed his gun and warned the suspect. He says he would shoot if the suspect didn't leave. Well, the intruder then broke into the kitchen window and started to climb through. That's when the homeowner shot him in the arm. He was taken to the hospital to be treated for his injuries. Police say he will be charged once he's released.
Where homeowners are put in a position where they have to make decisions whether or not to protect themselves and their home.
Local criminal defense attorney Rachel Moss is talking about break-ins. She says they can happen anywhere, like it did in Surprise this morning. Police tell us 2 people were trying to break into a home near Litchfield and Waddell Roads when the homeowner shot one of them. The suspect hit is expected to be okay. Both suspects are now in custody.
It's terrifying because I've got kids home. Like, if it happened to me, I don't know how I would have dealt with it.
Moss says there are a couple of state statutes protecting homeowners in these kinds of scenarios, but the one that would apply best to break-ins is this one.
Crime prevention statute would allow a homeowner, if they reasonably believe that a crime is in progress, they can use physical force or even deadly physical force to protect themselves and prevent that crime from occurring.
Some of the crimes listed under this law include burglary, aggravated assault, and armed robbery.
In terms of this statute, what it really comes down to is whether or not the homeowner was acting reasonably.
She says if a homeowner thinks they are in imminent danger, they could take action to prevent a crime.
So that's why the homeowner doesn't actually have to wait until someone's actually breaking into their property. They have to think that it's in progress in some way.
When a case isn't clear, Moss explains it may go to trial with a jury having to decide whether a homeowner was justified in their actions or not.
What's really important to consider about this statute is that a person is actually presumed to be acting reasonably under this statute.
And Moss says that this particular incident from Surprise sounds like a stereotypical break-in case, but adds that there aren't a lot of details at this point. So I did reach out to police asking for any updates. I'm told that they are planning to release some new information tomorrow, and we'll make sure to follow up on that. For now, reporting live in the newsroom, Casey Torres, Arizona's Family.